Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your libertarian car guy and vulture of the Western world. I'm going to do a quick walk around here, if I'm not attacked by my chickens, of the 2017 BMW X1, which was completely redone last year, 2016. And BMW did something kind of daring for BMW. This vehicle, unlike the previous X1, is built on a front-wheel drive layout. It is the only current BMW vehicle that's based on a front-wheel drive layout. And that has a lot of pluses, actually, which I'll get to in a minute. This thing is targeted against other compact crossovers in the entry luxury segment, like the Lexus NX200T, and also the Audi Q3. And you might also want to cross-shop it against the Acura RDX, which is bigger, but comparably priced, and it's also the last vehicle in this class that still has a V6. All the other vehicles in this class come with turbo 4s. Interestingly, they're all 2.0 liter turbo 4s. Alright, but the cool thing about the vehicle is that it is smaller, yet roomier on the inside than the X3, which is also much more expensive. If you check out the front and second row legroom specs and the cargo room specs, you'll find out that this thing actually has a bit more room in most of those categories. Also, it's quicker, probably because it's smaller and several hundred pounds lighter. And something else that's kind of cool, to get back to the front-wheel drive thing, because it's front-wheel drive, it's actually a pretty good poor weather day vehicle as it sits in the entry trim without the optional all-wheel drive system, whereas the rear-wheel drive based X3, great vehicle, but not really a good snow day vehicle, as is true of anything with rear-wheel drive, which almost makes it mandatory that you buy the all-wheel drive if you want a vehicle that can handle snow and has a bit more capability. Something else that I'll tell you after having driven both of these things extensively, I feel that this one handles better than the X3. And even though it's front-wheel drive, that may be due to the fact that it is lighter, so hasn't got as much mass to throw around. Also, it's got a lower center of gravity. The BMW is jacked up a bit more than this thing, which, you know, gives it some advantages in the snow if it's got all-wheel drive. But again, if you want a vehicle that handles phenomenally well, this thing really does. This one's got all-wheel drive, and that kind of compensates for the front-wheel drive layout as far as cornering goes, because it balances out the weight some. You got more weight in the back end, and of course the power delivery now is more equally split front to rear. Let's have a look at some of the other things about the car. Last week I had a BMW 740e, top-of-the-line 7 Series. You guys might remember that, or you might have seen the review. And I was somewhat underwhelmed by the thing, and I'm a little bit overwhelmed, or at least pleasantly surprised by the interior of this X1, which, remember, is an entry-level vehicle. But if you look at this, and then go Google or go look at my review of the 7 Series, and you'll see that the interior layouts are incredibly comparable. Now, granted, you know, some of the materials here, this is kind of an extruded rubbery kind of a material, and in the 7 you'd get leather. But the shapes, and certainly these trim plates, are very comparable to what you would get in a 7 Series. The display cluster...
Is there shit that you wrote for Saturday Night Live that never did?
Excuse that. The display cluster here is a little bit smaller, but not much smaller, and in terms of the features that it has, it's again very comparable. Similar controls here, the mouse type layout here. Now the gauge cluster, of course, is analog as opposed to the LCD display in the 7, but still, not that that looks cheap. Really nice, nicely packaged vehicle, good looking vehicle, and very reasonably priced too. Something else that I'm going to get into in a second video, which I'll show you. There are sport displays here. Let's see if I can call it up, just to give you a quick, come on, give me my menu, give me my menu. Well, okay, I won't do it. Well, let's see, I have vehicle info, sport displays, here we go. Okay, you can see these sport displays, hopefully. They're kind of small and my camera's kind of crappy. But on the left is the horsepower gauge, and on the right is the torque gauge. Now, the 2-liter engine in this thing is rated at 228 horsepower, and the pretty much same engine in the X3, the base engine in the X3, is rated at 240. Later on, once this thing's warmed up, I'm going to go out on a drive and show you when you floor it, this thing, the gauge will give you the peak torque produced, and it'll wick around right to 240. So I think that just for marketing reasons, BMW has given this thing a lower on-paper rating than the same engine that's used in the X3. I think they probably both make the same 240 horsepower. The fact is that this thing is just as quick, 0 to 60 in just over 6 seconds. So, you know, there you go. Anyway, I will have more up on the site shortly, and I should have this review up within the next 24 hours, and I'll probably be on Bill Wood's radio show, I'm thinking, on Monday, for those of you who enjoy that. And this weekend is going to be spent formatting the long-awaited, much-anticipated ebook. I've been working on that thing for the last couple of months, and I'm almost through. So thank you for being patient, and thanks for watching, and come on down to epautos.com, the web's best libertarian gearhead site, and we'll catch up with you again soon.